All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing? For all intents and purposes, Kawhi Leonard has been shipped to the Toronto Raptors. And I need to say this. The Los Angeles Lakers, there's no way you can say the Lakers lost this summer. They signed the best player in the world. But I will say this. LeBron's 33. He'll be 34 at the end of December. I love LeBron. The dude is in phenomenal shape. His conditioning is like none other. He's working out crazy this summer. The dude just loves the game of basketball. But to think that this guy's going to be, with the amount of minutes and mileage on this man's body, to think making 8 straight NBA Finals, 9 for his career, tough, long seasons that this dude has been in, to think that LeBron, and he's been the #1 guy on all these teams, to think that this guy's going to be able to hold up as the best player in the world for 4 to 5 more years is a bit much to ask of LeBron. I know he's on a 4-year deal with a player option after the 3rd year. I think it's a lot to ask of a guy who's given the game of basketball everything he has. At some point, we believe LeBron's going to backpedal. Now, will it be a lot later than other guys? Yeah, I think so. I think he could be the best in the game for 2 to 3 more years. But at some point, this dude's going to take a step back. The reason why I said all that is to say, I don't think you can have time to waste with LeBron. You're not getting LeBron when he went to Miami. You're not getting LeBron when he came back to Cleveland. You're getting a LeBron on the back end of his prime. You know? He's not the defender that he used to be. Great scorers, getting smart as hell from offense. He's actually learning how to pick his spots and really shoot the ball better, get to the rim when he needs to, and still be a phenomenal scorer. One of the greatest scorers. Crazy. He doesn't even love to score, and he's one of the greatest scorers of all time. His thing is passing. His passing is still phenomenal. He had some of the best passes of his career last year. Maybe 3 of the 5 best passes of his career happened last year. And from a defensive standpoint, he's now choosing his spots. Obviously, this dude, one of the smartest we've ever seen. He's choosing his spots defensively now. Can't do it for 48 minutes as a defender anymore. I think the Lakers had an opportunity to compete for a championship this year by just simply going out. And I think getting DeMarcus Cousins would have been a big step in that direction. On a rental for $5 million, I would have definitely took that chance. Unlike a lot of people, I like a lot of the moves they made. I like Lance Stevenson. I like JaVale McGee. These are hoopers. I don't care where you at. I don't care how good other teams are. These are hoopers. Rondo, hooper. You was in the park. You picked these guys. You play pickup basketball. You pick some of these guys. Ingram, he a hooper. Kyle Kuzma, a hooper. Josh Hart, these are hoopers. Lonzo Ball, very, very, very nice talent. I won't call him a hooper, but he's a very great, very nice prospect. So I look at this Lakers team and I'm thinking, yo, y'all had a chance to really, really go for it with a signing of DeMarcus Cousins, or last summer you could have signed Paul George or traded for Paul George, excuse me. There was a deal on the table. They could have pushed the envelope with the Pacers. Would have had to give up Brandon Ingram, but they could have made that thing happen. They could have gave up Brandon Ingram or the 2nd pick, which turned out to be Lonzo Ball. I would have definitely gave up that 2nd pick, but again, the Lakers felt like they had to draft Lonzo Ball. I get it. It was a lot of hype. We got to remember last year, that Lonzo Ball thing was real. The Lakers, remember at the announcement ceremony when you know, at the first press conference after drafting Lonzo, right? Magic said this dude's gonna be better than me when it's all said and done. So I remember that hype for Lonzo coming out of UCLA. I get it. From the California area, LeVar Ball, I get it. Right? I would have traded that 2nd pick for Lonzo though. For Paul George. Right? And the Pacers would have took that. They would have took that. Now, to not get Paul George, and then we fast forward to this summer, and it looks like the Raptors have acquired Kawhi Leonard. All I'm saying is there's been this rumor around the NBA that Kawhi Leonard really wants to play for the Lakers. That's not true. As a matter of fact, with Paul George, remember last year he had 1 year left on his deal when he got traded to the Thunder. Kawhi has 1 year left on his deal right now with the Spurs or Raptors, whatever. Right? Remember this. Paul George wanted to be a Laker a lot more than what Kawhi wants to be. Everybody thinks Kawhi wants to be a Laker. No. That's not been his thing. As a matter of fact, he's kind of against teaming up with other stars. He wants his own team. He wants to be in Los Angeles. If you ask somebody around Kawhi's camp, word is he wants to be a Clipper more than he wants to be a Laker. But he'll settle with being a Laker. He don't want to be in LeBron's shadow at all. This dude is a competitor. He's old school in his approach. He wants to beat the best. And this dude, let's not forget, he had that Kevin Durant, Steph Curry-led Golden State Warriors team last year, 2017 postseason. He had them down 20-25 at halftime before Zaza Pachulia undercut him. And he got injured in Golden State. This dude wants to win. He think he can do it with anybody. He think he could go win with me, you, the janitor, and the water boy. Like, this dude wants to win, and he's elite. And we got to remember he's a Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And I just think the Lakers had an opportunity to go get one of those guys and DeMarcus Cousins as well. And I like Brandon Ingram. I like Kyle Kuzma. I like Josh Hart. But I'd be willing to part ways with one, if not two. Definitely Lonzo. If I can go land me one of these guys for the second straight summer. Because I believe the Lakers knew they had LeBron James for a minute. I get it. It's Magic Johnson. He went to LeBron's house at midnight and all that. Listen, take my word for this. Signing a player of that magnitude does not happen July 1st. That is something that's been in the works for quite some time. Remember, when LeBron went to Miami, reportedly, LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh sat down NBA All-Star Weekend. And that was in February. The year before they signed with D. Wade was obviously already at Miami Heat. The year before, Chris Bosh and LeBron signed with Miami, that All-Star break before, right? And they talked about this and agreed that we take less money. They had agents in the room to financially figure out how they work this thing out. They agreed. This was something that had been in the works for quite some time. That was months ago. And in regards to now, I just don't think it was that random that LeBron signed with the Lakers. I think this thing has been brewing. If you look at some of the reporters, some trusted, respected reporters, there's a guy who said this was a done deal a year ago. I'm not saying he knew everything, but around the league, people knew LeBron wanted to finish his career in Los Angeles, in the California area. As a matter of fact, where he has 2 other homes. So, with all that being said, the Lakers had an opportunity for the second straight year, and they're going to play this game again because they want Kawhi. They'll take Kawhi over Klay, Jimmy Butler. Kawhi's the best out of that crop, right? They're going to play this game when he's a free agent. I mean, he says he wants out of Toronto. They're going to play this game again next summer and see if they can land Kawhi Leonard like they tried to do with Paul George or something. They didn't even get a meeting with Paul George. Rushed him and then let him leave the party without signing up with OKC again. So it's a risk. What if the Raptors make it to the finals? I know that's far-fetched, but what if they make it to the finals? Then what? Then Kawhi might be like, damn, I don't want to go to the West where Golden State's there. Let me go add some finals appearances under my belt. You know, build my own legacy. And again, this dude believes he can beat anybody by himself. He had that same Warriors team. I know they added Cousins. He had them down 20-25. What if he gets happy in Toronto in the 6th? What if Drake drop a new album? It's fire. He got some Kawhi Leonard references in it. I'm just saying. And also, there are a plethora of other teams that are going to have money. We don't know what the heck is going to happen with Boston and Kyrie Irving. That thing is developing. You know, Kyrie's interest to play with Jimmy Butler in New York that's real. The Clippers, the Clippers are really going to push for Kawhi Leonard. He wants to be in Los Angeles. Jerry West has pulled off some big deals in the past. Go do your research on Pau Gasol becoming a Laker, Shaq becoming a Laker. Go do your research on Kobe, who demanded a trade out of Los Angeles and ended up staying and being convinced. Go do your research on who was the last phone call that Kevin Durant made before he signed with the Warriors. That guy, Jerry West, the logo, he's been involved in all of them processes, and them are like 4 of the best players in the last 20 years. So I'm just saying, this Kawhi Leonard thing is a bit of a risk for the Lakers, especially after they just had an opportunity to go after Paul George a year ago, and they opted not to trade either Brandon Ingram or the second pick. I like Brandon Ingram. I like Lonzo. But that guy over there locked LeBron up in the final. I know LeBron even averaged like 20, 30, whatever. He still averaged 30, I think, in the finals against the Spurs. But Kawhi did everything he could. LeBron them did. I mean, there was no room on LeBron. Kawhi was on him tough, and he won a championship straight up against LeBron James. And to me, the Heat had a better team, or close. It was close. It was close. So anything can happen in the NBA. The Lakers are rolling with some of these young guys. I hope these young guys understand that they're putting a lot of trust in them. Josh Hart and company, I think he's going to have a phenomenal year next year. I hope y'all guys are in the gym working, because the Lakers could have got that guy, and they could have got that other guy, but they opted to keep you guys. We'll see. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.